Hey gentlemen, today we are talking about an old man's wisdom, keeping family first. We're going to read from Genesis chapter 13 verses 5 through 9. Lot also, who went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents. Now the land was not able to support them, that they might dwell together, for their possessions were so great that they could not dwell together. And there was strife between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock. The Canaanites and the Perizzites then dwelt in the land. So Abram said to Lot, Please let there be no strife between you and me, and between my herdsmen and your herdsmen, for we are brethren. Is not the whole land before you? Please separate from me. If you take the left, then I will go to the right, or if you go to the right, then I will go to the left. Money, wealth, possessions, these have historically been among the greatest tensions between family members. Take, for instance, the countless stories of family disagreements regarding who will get what from an inheritance of a recently passed loved one. Some families have torn apart over such matters, and it is absolutely tragic. In order to avoid unnecessary heartache like that, every person should eventually come to a point of realization, knowing what matters most. And family is one of those things. Abraham came to this realization with his nephew Lot and selflessly offered his family the choice of lands so that there wouldn't be any chance of dispute or discord between them. Abraham knew that far more important than a nice piece of land was his relationship with his family. Selfless acts and generous contributions are two of the greatest gifts you could give your family, a family that you love. And in doing so, you communicate clearly that they are a far greater treasure than any amount of wealth. So here's your action for this. Ask yourself if you value your family as you should. Is there anything that you hold in higher worth than them? Things that you shouldn't? And ask God to help you love your family as He would want you to, that you would be an extension of His love to them. Commit in your heart to not let anything of this world, get between you and them. When your children see this, they will likely take up the same example they saw in you. And don't forget that acts such as these store up treasures in heaven. Eternal treasures. So for a discussion on this, name some things that people can value over their family. And what do you think? What causes people to do this? I hope you got something out of this, and God bless you this week. We'll see you next week.